Josh and I both plan on working in law enforcement. Therefore, we will be discussing ethical issues that we will face in our careers and ethical systems that can help us deal with these issues.
In our career field, officers face ethical dilemmas every day. Each officer needs to have his own ethical-based system to know how to deal with the dilemmas that they will face on a daily basis.
An officer may find themselves in a hostage situation where the hostage's life is at risk. The officer will have a shot at the suspect, but has to decide whether they want to take the shot or talk the suspect into letting the hostage go.
Another ethical dilemma that officers might face is how fast they respond to a call. Officers may receive multiple calls in the same week or month from a house that is experiencing a lot of domestic violence or abuse. Officers could get calm and not respond fast to these issues. If they do so, one time it could be bad, and if they respond slow, something really bad could happen, such as a killing or something. So officers need to respond as if it is a new call every time and that they've never dealt with this issue before.
Another situation is a traffic stop. For this dilemma, we have created a video that shows two different ways that a traffic stop could go.
You want me to answer? How we doing tonight?
Good.
You know why I pulled you over?
No.
Alright, your headlight is out up there. So that's an issue.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's against the law. And I do smell a little weed coming from your car.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I smell some weed. So I'm gonna have to have you go ahead and get out, and I need to search the car. We do have a legal right to search the car.
I'm not getting out of the car.
You're not getting out of the car?
No.
I'm not dealing with that. Officer McKelvey, get over here!
I got you.
Let's take him over here! Come down, come down! Oh, he's running! Got her! Boom! Boom! Let's get him! Hands behind your back!
Roll window.
Any idea why I pulled you over today?
Oh, your front headlight's out. That's against the law, so we need to see your license and registration, please. I've decided to just give you a warning today. Please go get that fixed, and you have a nice day. In the first video, the officers used deadly and less deadly force on the passenger and the driver of the vehicle when it is not needed. In the second video, the officer only issues a warning as he does not feel that a ticket is required in this situation.
The best ethical system for a police officer to use is situational ethics. This system is based around the fact that each situation is different and therefore needs to be reacted to in a different way each time. This ethical system is best for police officers because they face so many different situations on a daily basis that every situation needs to be approached in a different way.
One con of using situational ethics is that you're going to have to know 3 or 4 other systems to use once you know what situation you're in. And you're going to take a little bit more time to come up with a solution compared to somebody who uses one system. But the solution that you come up with is probably going to be better than the one that they come up with.
There are 5 main steps to approaching and solving an ethical dilemma. The first step is to gather the facts. As an officer arrives on the scene, he must gain all the factual information that is possible, whether it be from bystanders or from the evidence on the scene. He can gather this information and then start an investigation into what happened.
The second step is for the officer to define which ethical issues are involved in the situation. If there are multiple issues, then the officer needs to pick the most important ethical issue and work one at a time.
The third step is to identify who will be affected. This includes the people who are directly impacted and the people who are indirectly impacted by the situation at hand. The officers in this situation react solely based on assumption. The officers assume that there is something in the car or that the 2 individuals in the car had done something bad. Therefore, they use unnecessary force on the driver and the passenger, which leads to the killing of the passenger.
The fourth step is for the officer to identify what the consequences will or could be for the actions that they make.
Fifth step is to identify relevant principles, rights, and justice issues. The officer must understand what their obligation is in that certain situation and act just based on that. Each scene is reacted to different by the police officers. In one scene, we have 2 police officers who use no ethical systems at all. In the other scene, we have an officer who uses the situational ethics system and therefore only applies a citation to the driver. I learned so much in this class. I learned a lot about my future career through the ethics paper that we wrote. I learned ethical systems that I can apply to my job on a daily basis, and how to write a report and how to and not to describe someone using certain words. Lastly, if I remember right, I'm pretty sure that Davis sent you an email asking for an extension of some sort of assignment, and he titled the email The Great One, and that's why they call you that.